go, and you could hear them singing la 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 la
And now, please give a warm welcome to your host to the Storybook Hour, Jack, of Jack and the Beanstalk fame, and Little Bo Peep.
Thank you, and welcome to SBN
Storybook Network.
Good evening, I'm your host, Jack, of Jack and the Beanstalk fame, and this is my lovely co-host, Little Bo Peep.
Today on Storybook Hour, we're talking to storybook characters on the street who want to give you an inside look at these famous characters, how they really live, what they eat, what books they like to read, if they lose their sheep all the time.
Okay, Little Bo Peep, I think our audience gets the point. Oh no, don't tell me it happened again. Little Bo Peep, this is the 5th time this week you've lost your sheep.
I know, I can't seem to keep track of them. My mother says it's because I'm a scatterbrain. Jack, do you think I'm a scatterbrain?
I guess she does have a point. Yesterday when we were preparing for the show, you were at Shop Me and Granny Goo Small. The police called and said there were sheep running all over the parking lot.
I was getting my hair done. How can I be responsible for 20 sheep when I have to be beautiful for the show?
Yes, well, anyway. Oh, look! Here comes our first storybook character, Little Red Riding Hood. Excuse me, Little Red Riding Hood, may we ask you a few questions?
Sure, but keep an eye out for that nasty wolf. The hunter told me he escaped into the woods and vowed to track me down.
Honey, if I were you, I'd lose that red cape. Hasn't anyone told you red is out?
What?
Tell me, Little Red Riding Hood, is it true that the wolf ate your grandmother?
What? Are you kidding? That dumb wolf couldn't scare a sheep.
Sheep? Did you say sheep? Have you seen 20 of them by any chance?
I don't know how that rumor got started. My grandmother sniffed that old wolf out before he even got through the door.
That's news to me.
The hunter came up behind him. He was so scared that he froze like a popsicle. The hunter carted him off to Storyland jail, and that's where he's been, until today, that is.
Why do you think the wolf is after you?
The hunter says the wolf blames me because I warned the hunter the wolf was in the woods and possibly on his way to grandmother's house.
Well, I've heard that wolves really don't like red.
There you have it, folks. Thank you for talking with this Little Red Riding Hood on Storybook Hour.
If that wolf shows up, don't tell him which way I went. By the way, Little Bo Peep, I hear wolves eat sheep for dessert.
What an awful thing to say. I'm late for a very important date.
Oh, look. Here comes Goldilocks and why. I believe that's Peter Pan with her.
Peter Pan, what's he doing with her?
Excuse me, we're from the Storybook Hour and we'd like to ask you a few questions.
Of course. You want to know why I snuck into the Three Bears' house and sat in their chairs. And actually, we want to know what Peter Pan sees in you. I mean, how you two became friends.
It's the craziest thing. I thought I visited Neverland when I accidentally detoured the Storybook Land. And there on the corner of Hansel Street and Gretel Avenue was this lost little girl. I knew I had to help her find her way.
Isn't he just the greatest? Oh, grow up. I mean, how you've grown up.
Who, me? Never. I don't ever grow up.
Me neither.
Why not?
Because if I grow up, I won't have an excuse for sneaking into people's houses and trying out all of their nifty stuff. People really frown on that behavior from adults, but if you're a kid, you can get away with stuff like that.
Yeah, and if I grow up, I have to get a job and be responsible. No more floating around in the sky with my pixie dust and Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell! You never said anything about a Tinkerbell. Yeah, what do you see in that little pipsqueak anyways? You're just a two-timing little elf. Hasn't anyone told you green is out?
Yes, okay, all right, didn't you say there was somewhere you had to be?
Yes, I do have somewhere I have to go, and it won't be with him.
Well, she's too old for me anyways. So, Little Bo Peep, writing good storybooks lately?
You couldn't detour back to Neverland. Fast enough for me, Buster. But if you see any sheep along the way, would you call the station?
Women, and they wonder why I don't want to grow up.
I'm late for a very important date.
What is it with that rabbit?
Uh-oh, Jack. I think we may have some trouble.
Grr, what are you two doing in Storybook Land?
I'm just Swibby Sweet Freak is coming.
I beg your pardon? Well, we've seen your show, and if you don't mind me saying, it's quite sheepish.
How dare you insult our show like that? Little Red Riding Hood was right. You are dumb.
Did you say Little Red Riding Hood? She here? Tell me all. You're what? You have on live television?
I don't care anything about Little Red Riding Hood except Dastardly Peter Pan I'm after.
Peter Pan, you'll never find him. He's on a detour.
Detour? We don't have detours in Storybook Land.
Cork, don't you get it? He was here, and now he's heading back to Neverland.
Tell me, Mr. Wolf, why is it that you prey on innocent storybook characters like Little Red Riding Hood?
Innocent, eh? If she's so innocent, tell me why she always wears that red cape.
I knew it. I knew his red cape. I told her to lose it, but she...
Quiet, lady! No wonder you're always losing your sheep.
They get tired of listening to you babble and they run away.
You can't go to my co-host like that.
I'm Captain Hook. I can talk to her anyway, please.
Come on, boys, let's get out of here. We have better things to do than talk with these paparazzi.
Cowards! We know you're late. You're late.
For a very important date. How did you know? We're psychic. Have you seen Alice?
You mean Alice in Wonderland?
No, I mean Alice in New York. You didn't have to get sarcastic, Rabbit, and no, we haven't seen her. This is bad. This is very bad.
What's the problem, Rabbit?
It's the Queen of Hearts. She wants a rematch with Alice. Alice beat her in a game of chess, and now she's ordered another one. If Alice doesn't show up in time, it'll be... Doesn't the Queen of Hearts always wear red?
I'm sorry, but we cannot help you, Rabbit. If we see her, we'll tell her at once.
Thank you. Now I must be off. I'm late. For a very important date. I don't know, Jack. This show gets weirder every day.
Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Who's that?
Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Oh no, it's the giant. He doesn't like me for some reason.
Quick, take my hat.
Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread.
I must get that recipe.
Who are you?
Well, I'm Little Bo Peep, and this is my sister, Big Bo Peep, and we're running a show called The Storybook Hour, and...
Yes, what is me like that you are very busy right now with grinding bones and everything. So we wouldn't want to keep you
Did
waiting.
you say television? I'm in no big hurry. Sooner or later I'll catch that thief, and when I do...
Yes, I think we've heard that part already.
Shoot!
Shoot what?
Ask me some questions.
Who exactly is it that you're looking for?
I'm looking for that thief, Jack. of Jack and the Beanstalk fame. He stole my goose that lays the golden eggs and my singing harp and...
He did he? Tell me more. I haven't heard this part yet.
Oh, that Jack. He went that way about 15 minutes ago with Peter Pan. You can probably still catch him if you go right away.
Great, I can't thank you enough. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread.
Why does he always have to say that?
Gee, Jack, this sounds interesting. Tell me more about this golden goose stuff.
Yes, well, some other time. Oh, look! Here's Snow White and Alice in Wonderland. Let's see if we can ask them a few questions.
Boy, I sure showed that queen a thing or two when I beat her in that game of chess.
I know what you mean. When the hunter dropped me off in the woods, my stepmother, the evil queen, thought that'd be the end of me. Little did she know I'd find 7 doors to aid me, hand and foot.
Don't you get tired of it, though? That white rabbit is driving me nuts. He's always hurrying me and telling me...
Excuse me, ladies. I don't mean to interrupt, but we're from the Storybook Hour and we'd like to ask you a few questions. Okay, but only a couple. We have to get ready for a double date.
A double date? And who would that be with?
Tweedledum and Tweedledee, of course.
But aren't they stuck together? Yeah, that's what makes it so fun.
What do you mean?
They're always falling down or tripping over things.
Last time, they rolled right over Humpty Dumpty.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yes, it was very sad.
All of the king's horses and all of the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
Tragedy finally strikes Storybook Land.
Don't worry, just read the poem again, and in the beginning he's okay.
That certainly is one way to look at it. Now, ladies.
Sorry, gotta go.
Oh, just one more question. By any chance, have you seen 20 roaming sheep?
We just passed him over by Sleeping Beauty's castle.
They're grazing in the grass there. I don't think the queen is very happy about it. Why?
Oh, no reason.
Someone should tell that man that hat really doesn't go with that outfit.
I'm late for a very important date. She went that way!
There you have it, folks. This brings us to the conclusion of yet another Storybook Hour. Till next week, this is your host, Jack, of Jack and the Beanstalk fame, and Little Bo Peep, signing off.
And remember, folks, there's nothing like a cozy chair and a good storybook. Bye. So, Jack, about that golden goose stuff.
Don't you have some sheep to find?
Oh, they can wait. I'll just lose them again tomorrow anyways.
kind of little storybookish type.
Hello, Peter. You mean Clever Peter. Hello, Clever Peter. His mother thinks him clever anyway. I said, hello, Clever Peter. Haven't you any ears in your head?
Yes, and eyes too, my little man.
Where have you been, Peter, this fine spring day?
I'm on my way to town to do an errand for my mother.
Tell us what the errand is, Peter.
My mother gave me this basket of eggs and said, my clever Peter, take these to town and sell them this day at the market.
It's near midday, Peter. Haven't you been to town yet?
Not yet, for I stopped by the stream to watch the little silver fish play among the golden pebbles. Then I lay down on the sweet green grass, watched the clouds. Then I listened to a little brown bird sitting in a tree and calling cuckoo, cuckoo. He's an odd one. Well, anyway, his mother loves him. It's not what's in your head that counts, it's what's in your heart.
Tut, tut, tut. Are you such a sleepyhead then? That didn't earn your name of Clever Peter, for your eyes are shut. How can you see the good things in life?
Good day to you, sir.
Good day, Peter. Will you strike a bargain for your eggs?
What will you give me for them?
I'll give you this.
It is a pretty little, good little, sweet little bottle, but it is not worth as much as my basket of eggs.
Now, you are thinking like the wise, Peter. You should never judge by the outside of things. What would you like to have?
A fine new suit of clothes for myself and a silk dress for my mother.
Nothing easier. When the cork goes pop, 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 2 tall men will hop, hop, hop.
What do you wish, sir? Your order, sir.
Bring me a fine new suit for Peter and a silk dress for Peter's mother. Put them down on the stump.
Yes, I will give you my basket of eggs for the little black bottle.
Keep this safe, for if it should get out of your possession, all the things it has brought you will disappear.
I'll keep it safe, never fear. When the cork goes pop, 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 2 tall men will hop, hop, hop.
Your order, sir.
something to take home for dinner.
Peter, my boy, I've been waiting for you to come home with the egg money so I could buy the victuals we need. Did you sell the eggs?
Yes, Mother, I sold the eggs.
And how much did you get for them, my little duck?
I got this bottle, Mother.
A bottle? Then truly I'm almost in the same mind as the village folk who call the Adore Block.
Never judge by the outside of things. Already it has brought us 2 baskets of food and all these fine new clothes.
What? From a bottle? Whatever do you mean?
Let us go home, Mother, and I will show you what I mean. We shall have a grand new house, I promise you, have horses and carriages, and shall dress in silks and satins, have our purses full of gold. There's nothing we cannot have, Mother, as long as I have this little black bottle. Is the king at home, my dear?
Yes, the king is at home. Won't you come in and sit down?
I hope you won't disturb the king by coming unannounced.
The king is still in his dressing gown and slippers, but I'm sure he won't mind if you don't.
Never judge by appearances, my dear.
Oh, no, sir. Be so good to tell the king we are here. Please, what name shall I say?
Peter Higgins and his mother. I hope the king will take kindly to my request.
My Peter is as good as anybody, and surely you can offer as much as a prince or lord now that you have the bottle.
That is true. Princess Marilyn is very pretty, for I saw her last week as she drove through the town in her golden carriage.
Good morning. Sit down, pray, and make yourselves comfortable. And what do you want, Lord Peter?
I want to marry your daughter.
Marry my daughter?
A right good man my Peter is, and wise too, your majesty. The princess could do well.
I can provide well for her, and I love her truly.
No one can marry my daughter unless he can first bring her a basket full of diamonds, emeralds, rubies, and all manner of precious stones.
Is that all? Nothing is easier. I'll be right back.
By this request, I see you to think to be rid of my Peter, but wait and see.
And where, pray, would your son acquire a basket full of precious stones at a moment's notice?
Here, sir.
Upon my word, your mother was right. You must be a very wealthy prince.
Now may I marry your daughter?
I promised Princess Marilyn's mother that no man should marry her unless he can first bring her a pair of slippers made of pure gold, ornamented with rubies and sapphires.
Nothing is here.
Truly, he cannot bring these at once, for such slippers would need to be made to order.
You do not know my Peter or what magic thing he has in his possession.
What's that you say? Magic, did you say?
Here's. Now may I marry your daughter?
Truly, these gifts are rich and beautiful beyond compare. But can you furnish for everyday things as well?
What would you like to have?
Our supply of towels is running low. Can you furnish the palace with new towels? Only the best, mind you.
Nothing is here.
Mary, if he can bring towels, I can think of no other test or excuse.
My Peter can get anything he asks for. Well, a week ago, we were just plain poor folk, going to town to sell our eggs to keep a roof over our head and to buy the victuals enough to keep life within us.
And then what happened?
Peter met the little man who gave him the magic
Yes, the magic. What?
Never mind what. There are more outside on the door sill.
Truly, this is marvelous. Go outside with Lord Peter and fetch in our new towels.
Towels? New towels, did you say? Come with me.
Mary, if he can bring... Oh.
And now I should like to marry your daughter, if you please.
Yes, you may marry the princess. Go summon Princess Marilyn and tell the cook to prepare lunch for 2 extra persons. Speak up. We'll lunch with us, of course.
Yes, and thank you.
Aye, that we will.
To think my Peter to marry a princess. Whoever would have thought a fortnight ago such a thing could happen? It was a lucky day, Peter, when you sold that basket of eggs.
And pray, what did you get for your basket of eggs?
You called for me, Father? Oh, we have guests.
Marilyn, my dear, this is Peter Higgins and Dame Higgins, his mother.
I am pleased to meet you.
May I kiss your hand, my fiancée bride?
Your what?
My dear, I have given Lord Peter permission to marry you.
I won't marry a man who has to ask his... No. But Father, I thought to marry someone more,
Yes, I understand. But Lord Peter has great wealth and remarkable powers. See, he has brought you this basket of jewels.
Oh!
And these gold slippers, just the right size.
Oh!
And these new towels.
Oh!
Now will you marry me? You're the prettiest girl I've ever seen.
Yeah. Now perhaps you will tell us what magic power you own and procure all these things at a moment's notice.
The secret must be kept, else it is no longer a secret.
But the princess cannot bear secrets, can you, Marilyn?
Oh no, Peter! Tell me your secret, please do!
That I cannot, my dear.
Not even to me, your bride-to-be.
How can I refuse? What say you, Mother?
I won't marry a man who has to ask his mother everything, nor one who keeps secrets from me. Better give in, Peter. I'm sure they will never tell us all.
Very well, then. This is no ordinary bottle, I'll have you know.
Luncheon served.
But we were just about to hear a very interesting story.
I'll tell it while we eat.
Good. Tell the mistress of the bedchamber to prepare lunch for 2 extra persons. Peter and his mother must not journey home before tomorrow.
Come, Father and Peter, let us go to lunch.
Will you come into the dining room, Dame? Shall we proceed? The young couple may have a few tender nothings to say to each other.
'Twill not be nothing if my Peter says it, for he is very wise as well as being a handsome lad.
And my Marilyn is witty as well as beautiful.
Now about the bottle you were saying.
I was saying that I was on my way to the market to sell a basket of eggs, and I fell asleep in the warm sunshine. Suddenly, someone tapped me on the head with a cane, and it was a strange little old man.
And then,
I'll tell it over the lunch table, my dear.
whatever are we to do now, Peter?
Do as the birds do and trust the sunshine.
If only you hadn't told them about the bottle.
Then they would have never stolen it from me.
And all our fine things would never have disappeared.
At least the king can't use the bottle himself. He doesn't know the rhyme. I didn't tell him that. The two men in blue will never come to do his bidding as they came to me.
That's some comfort.
Yes, but now we are right back to where we started. Oh well, take the good with the bad, I say. 'Tis a fair fine day, I'll be bound, riches or no riches.
Here, Peter, is another basket of eggs from our hen house. Take them to market and sell them, for we have not a penny to buy food.
Very well, Mother.
And I'll go put the four in my humble home to right.
Good day. Will you strike a bargain for your eggs?
Yes, I will, and gladly.
Two men are in this bottle. When they have done all you want them to do, say no, no, no. Back you go. Work well done. Last has won.
First of all, I'll have another suit of fine clothes. No, back you go. Work well done. Rest as one. Mother, get ready. We're going to pay another visit to the king.
Butterfly, butterfly, weaving. Pray go somewhere else with your dusting and singing. Yes, Your Highness. You know, Greta, Peter Higgins had a right pretty wit when you come to think of it. And don't you think he wore his fine attire with quite an air?
I was quite near. But he certainly cut a sorry figure next morning when he appeared in the clothes of a country bumpkin. Was it a joke, Marilyn, to make you laugh?
Not such a laughing matter when all those fine gifts disappeared, even the towels. Peter said all he did was rub this bottle. No use trying any more, Father. Upon my soul, I didn't know anyone else was in here. Why didn't you stay in your part of the house, Marilyn? And now girl's scaring me out of my wits. Because I chose to sit in this room. 'Twas I met Lord Peter, such a fine, fair man, and so gallant, so wise and clever. I thought him very plain, if you must know. Never judge by the outside of things. That's what he said. You told me I should marry him, and I got to like him very, very much. Because of the presents, my dear? At first because of the gifts, then because of his dear wife's own sweet self. If only you haven't left things alone, Father. I know. I'm young. Oh, come now. No tears, pray. I don't want you to get married.
I wonder who that can be this time of morning.
A very good morning to you. Good morning.
What? Are you back again?
Yes, I am back again.
And what do you want this time?
I want to marry the princess.
And have you brought anything this time?
I have brought another bottle.
Come right in. Come in, good dame. Did you hear that, my dear? Lord Peter has brought another bottle with him.
Good morning, Princess Marilyn.
Good morning, Peter. About this bottle you have brought, will you let me see it? Aha. Oh. Aha.
Perhaps you would like to take the cork out.
Indeed, yes. Truly, it is a pretty little bottle. What do I do, Peter?
Rub it on both sides, take the cork out, and you will get a surprise.
Peter, quick up here, man.
Will you give me back the bottle you took from me?
Yes.
No. Back you go. Work well done. Rest has won.
Oh, Peter, you have saved my father.
Will you marry me?
Of course I will, Peter.
Go fetch the minister at once.
Yes, at once. We want Peter to be in the family.
Oh, Peter, at once.
Might as well tell the cook to prepare a wedding feast.
Yes, Your Highness. Yes, Lord Peter. Yes, Peter's mother.
When the court goes pop, 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 2 tall men will hop, hop, hop.
Your orders, sir.
The finest wedding dress in all the realm for my bride. Go within and take the dress to the princess's room. And make sure that proper apparel is made ready for me and my mother. And one thing more. I like those gold slippers back and the basket of jewels.
And Peter, the towels too. The palace is running awfully low on towels.
And the towels. Deliver those at the rear entrance.
They might as well take the clothes for you and your mother to the guest rooms. No use you going all the way home before the wedding.
Here's your crown, Your Highness.
Thank you kindly, dame.
It's plain to be seen that you need someone to look after you now that the princess has a husband to look after.
Mayhap.
Oh, Peter, how sweet you are to me. How happy we are going to be.
Of course we shall.
Here are the presents, just as before. The wedding dress is ready, Princess Marilyn.
I must need something old for my wedding costume.
Here's a handkerchief with fine embroidery, my dear, made by Peter's grandmother many years ago.
Thank you, good mother.
Here's a pin you may borrow.
Thank you, Greta. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. I haven't got anything blue.
Here, my love, are some forget-me-nots I picked from our garden for you as I left this morning. Not nearly so blue as your eyes.
Now that's the sort of thing a woman likes to hear. You always were my wise and clever Peter.
The head is wise only when the heart speaks, Mother.